Hello people, how is everybody? It's been nearly 2 weeks. Yeah, sorry about, this is going to be a pickups video. I wanted to avoid doing that. Like I said, my next video wasn't going to be a pickups video, but we're having work done on our house. We're having 2 bathrooms installed, and it's a bit of a bitch really, because it sort of gets in the way and there's people tramping around all over the place and there's crap lying everywhere. And it makes doing a half decent attempt at a video. So the sun's bugger off sun. Making a half decent attempt at making a video makes it difficult. So I'm just going to return to the tried and tested formula. Whether it's unsuccessful or not, I don't know. Tried and tested formula. Piss off, sun. Of a pickups video, because I've got a lot anyway, and it's just a matter of time. I just wanted to do something different, but I wanted to avoid this, you know. But unfortunately, I've got plenty to show. Some not bad stuff as well. A couple of eBay purchases, and one eBay purchase to open, which I want to show. It's quite special. I want to show you. You know, I think there'll be people out there who appreciate it. Right, right. Where are we going? Where are we going first? Yeah, I mean, actually, I was going to mention with all this work going on. There's a lot of stuff around. Stuff like, yeah, we've got a skip, so I keep sitting here. I spend quite a lot of time sitting here in front of the computer, and it's quite stressful with this building work, because we've got a skip sitting out the front, and I've become quite protective over my skip, because they cost a fucking fortune, don't they, skips? And I don't want no pikeys coming along and putting stuff in them or taking stuff out. So I'm all ready with my baseball bat to go out there. Oi, pikeys, no! You know, it's just not right, is it? Get rid of your own stuff. Don't put them in my, you know. You pay an absolute fortune just for this thing to ship out a load of crap, and somebody takes advantage because they're too lazy to pay for it themselves. I mean, the first night we had it, we had this little magnetic light, because obviously legally you need a light, and it wasn't there the next morning. It wasn't secure, just sort of magnetic, stick on the side. It wasn't there the next morning. That's what pisses me off, how casual thievery. I think I'm a student, or I mean, I've nicked cones, but it's either a student or some pikeys come along, try to scavenge some stuff, seeing it's just full of a load of crap, and I'm like, oh, I'll have the light then if there's nothing else. Bastards, go away. Well, I'm cracking on to the pickups really. I've got 3 games here, essentially just for the cases. I won't bother showing to you. I mean, the best one is Nuclear Strike. There are 3 from Cash Converters, and I think Cool Borders 2 from Game Station's 49p sale, because my local one is sort of still doing it. I mean, it's just got literally like a little selection that big. Most of the stuff's gone, and I did actually talk to the manager. Sorry, my cat's in here. Go away, piss off. He wants to say hello. I did talk to the manager, and he said, I know there was this idea going around that games left over afterwards would be scrapped, but he actually said that no. I think he said, did he say that they'd just keep them on sale until they're gone, or if not, give them to charity, or I think he even mentioned Cash Converters. Just donate them, because they're obviously not really worth anything. But I think there probably will be stores around doing this trashing games thing, but I don't think it's universal. It's not like company wide. I'm guessing it's at the discretion of the different stores. But anyway, yeah. So those games are all for the cases. One of them I've already swapped out. Like last time, I've got a lot. I do have a lot, but I've not spent that much, because it's a combination of charity shops, a lot of charity shop purchases. Like I said, Cash Converters, Game Station's bargain bins. And just the only thing I've spent significant money on was these eBay purchases. So first charity shop purchase, £2.49, Silent Hill the Room. All those prices on it. I had to go up to there was this kid behind the counter. And he looked a bit like he had learning difficulties. But I don't want to say, oh, I shouldn't have said that, but anyway. And I just think he's going to confuse me. I'm confused already. All these prices. Please don't try and charge me $14.99 or $9.99. And they did even have it on for $5.99. But I think the $2.49 is what he charged me because they had a really weird random pricing system in that branch. They have all these other prices. They're like £6 for Xbox games and stuff. Another charity shop, a different one. This is a nice game. Dreamfall, The Longest Journey, £1.50. This is quite an expensive game on eBay. I apologise if I'm talking fast because I'm conscious of the time. Because I know I've got a lot, so I'm aware that it could take a while. But and I've noticed I've made that mistake in the past, and it's sort of slightly unintelligible in places. But yeah, Dreamfall, The Longest Journey. I've read up about this before. It's on my list. And it sounds like a really good game. It's got really good reviews, but I'm not 100% sure what sort of format the game takes. Whether it's point and click, a bit like Siberia, or whether it's a third-person adventure, or it's got a really good reviews. But it's an expensive game. I mean, it's sort of like £8–10 on eBay. I mean, you can't say that about many Xbox games, can you? But that was £1.50. That was a no-brainer in a charity shop. £1.50. The same day in another charity shop, this one's £1.99, Atari Anthology. I don't, there goes the price. I don't have too many out-and-out retro games. I mean, also I don't have any retro consoles, and so this is the only access I'm going to have to retro games. Properly, genuinely retro games, you know, proper old school stuff. And I'm hoping there's a few games on there that I remember from my sort of deep childhood. Sort of games that I remember from my very first experience of video games. So yeah, that was £1.99. That was an Oxfam, I think. Yeah, it was. And this one, Cancer Research, it's a duplicate. It's Unlimited Saga. I bought this primarily because the outer case is better than my copy. My copy's got it's got the top layer taken off there and some writing on it, and I can chop and change and get the best bits out of both and make myself up a decent copy. But the game's a bit of a turkey by all accounts. I'm determined to like them. I'm determined because I have liked games in the past which are just don't work. Their gameplay mechanics don't work. But it's just those sort of mad elements that I can sort of, if you can stick with it, you tend to just appreciate them, and then when they're not there, then you miss them, you know. But this is a nice thing, and it's one of those games that was packaged with a demo of another game. I think it's Final Fantasy X-2, because it's a Square Enix game, and they try and sell it off the back of that. I think it's a preview of X-2. So that was £2.50. That one. This is recently, I think, from one charity shop. Wipeout 2097. I'm really glad to have this. I know Darren Walshock did a gameplay of this recently, didn't he? And it was a game I had in the past as a nipper, as a youth. And this is one of the games that I think this will turn out to be a future classic, really, because it's aged brilliantly. It's the best of the three, I think, on the PS1, and it sort of took that F-Zero template and just expanded on it, didn't it? This is a different case. I think I've swapped out the case already. I can't remember what case was in there. It was a different case. The case I already had, but there were no prices on when I went into the shop, and I had to ask her. I had to ask the old woman behind the counter, and she asked me what they were. She goes, "What are they?" I said, "Oh, they're video games." And she goes, "All right, 99p then." So that's fine, 99p. But then afterwards, I thought to myself, I could have said I could have emphasised old video games. sort of stressed the old, maybe she might have. So I could have tried a bit of a ploy, played a few games with her, but nah, I can't do that. It's charity anyway, isn't it? I shouldn't really quibble about paying a certain amount at a charity shop anyway, should you? No. And the second one was Resident Evil 2, another duplicate, like an unlimited saga. But the problem with my copy that I've got is that it's got a dirty great T-ring on the back of the manual, and it drives me insane. So I've been looking out for another copy, or at least the manual on its own, ever since. And literally, I've got two. Yeah, this is the second copy I've got of Resident Evil 2. The first copy I've got in exactly the same shop. Actually, something I was going to mention, because a lot of these have come from charity shops, and people have said it's a bit barren of this time of year, charity shops. I beg to differ on that. Primarily because I think it's post-Christmas. People have bought a load of crap at Christmas, haven't they? And it's in the new year as well, and it's like a new start sort of thing. And then people would use the opportunity to ship out a load of their old crap, take it to car boot sales or take it to charity shops, and to make space for all the stuff that they've got before Christmas. And with New Year being, it's like this new start thing, you know, starting over, spring cleaning sort of thing. And so it just sort of stands to reason that there should be more in charity shops. So I mean, I have bought a lot, undeniably. I've bought a lot in charity shops. So at least go and have a look, because I've done not too bad. Because this is all since Christmas, and I mean the hit rate is a lot better, I've noticed, this time of year than others. Obviously you're going to go in plenty of charity shops and not see anything, because that's just the nature of the business, isn't it? But I mean, that's not a bad set of games there. And I've got a few more as well, some good ones. Look at those. That's a good set of games just for a charity shop. And I'm picking and choosing. I'm not taking everything I'm laying my hands on. Another charity. This is a funny story actually. I was in town. I was in my local town in Enfield, just at lunchtime, and I had sort of a bit of time to kill. And rather than going to get my lunch, I thought, oh no, I'm going to go to the charity shops. And I thought, which one should I go to first? Just on the off chance, I remembered there's one slightly out of town that closes at 1 o'clock. It's got really weird closing times. Closes at 1 o'clock. It was Wednesday, I remember that, yeah. Closes at 1 o'clock on a Wednesday and 1 o'clock on a Saturday. But sometimes you can go in at other times of the week and it's closed anyway. So I went down on sorry, I've got a snotty nose. I went down on the Wednesday afternoon. It was about 20 to 1, so I thought I should be alright. And I got there, it was open, so I went in, sort of said hello to the woman behind the counter, and went over to the game section, or the DVD section. They had some good stuff. So great, cool. And I made my choice, went to pay for them, and then it was, by this time, it was about 1:45. And then this old girl came in with her trolley, and the woman serving me, another old woman, said she sort of called to her, but she was a bit deaf, this woman with the trolley, and she called, and then this other woman came from out the back, obviously heard the bell, and she goes, "Excuse me, sorry, we're closing. It should be 15 minutes to go. We're closing, and there's unforeseen circumstances. We've got to close." And she goes, "He's got 15 minutes to go." And it almost kicked off. Not literally, but it sort of did. It got really quite bitter. There's lots of old lady bitching, and I've never seen that. It's not a thing you should really witness. Sort of bitching between old ladies. And one of them was talking out, and she was obviously sort of making up some bullshit excuse. She said, "Oh no, we've just both got colds. We both have to go home. We've both got colds. We both come down or something." That's a bit bizarre. It's just an odd situation. I was in the middle of it. You don't want to have to sort of step in amongst sort of 3 old ladies having a scrap. But anyway, actually, yeah, I forgot to mention Resident Evil 2. There was a bit of a bonus. It was a spare Tekken 3 manual. So if anybody needs a manual for Tekken 3, it's not too bad. A bit wrinkly on the back, but yeah. So anybody, let me know if you want it. It's yours. Yeah, in this charity shop with the fighting old ladies, not farting old ladies. Well, I might have been doing both. The first one I came up with was this one. This is a nice one. to go with my Atari anthology. It's all Atari, primarily for Paperboy. I remember Paperboy from my old cinema. It's knocked down now, so the Tesco's there. And the one thing I remember about it, I used to go and see all these. What did I see? I saw Never Ending Story and The Black Cauldron. It's a long time ago. And one thing I remember about this cinema was that they had a poster of Mad Max 3. It must have been about 1985. Mad Max 3 in the foyer, and a Paperboy arcade machine. And I've got cherished memories of putting 10p. It's when arcade machines were 10p, and sort of grabbing hold of the handlebars, steering about a bit, and then crashing and dying, and then lasting literally about 30 seconds. And I've got fond memories of that, of Paperboy. That's not a bad little selection of games now. I'm looking forward to playing Gauntlet as well. I hope it's a better adaptation or better emulation than the Midway Arcade Treasures, because that's shocking. I got two from that charity shop. They're both 99p, as you can see, both 99p. And yet another duplicate, although I'm not guilty. Final Fantasy 7. All the discs there, but no manual. And it's got the Final Fantasy 8 demo. No manual and a bit of a grubby case. I just wanted to ask people a question. Is there anybody who would turn down something like this, something along these lines, like a Final Fantasy game or something like that, if it was a duplicate? Because I know there are people who despise people who buy duplicates. I know they're out there. I know there are people who hate it, get really angry and worked up about it, and then essentially probably end up leaving the thumbs down. I've just got this mental image of people who do thumbs down, because I don't personally. I don't. Who does? Do you? Is anybody out there? Let me know if you do. And people out there who just leave thumbs down, I get the impression they're sitting behind the computer, really angry. I'm so angry. This video is making me so angry. I'll put a thumbs down. It just doesn't make sense to me. You've just got some sort of like innate malfunction in your brain that makes you just so angry that you have to thumb something down. I mean, even if something's just really offensive, I just say it's offensive, and type a comment that's offensive. It has to be offensive, and even better, different shop. It's an Oxfam, different day. Well, no, same day, different shop. Oxfam, 99p. Resident Evil Director's Cut. So I've got two of these now. Another duplicate. Exactly. Could you turn those down? Could you turn those down? Turn those down out of principle. You'd have to have pretty die-cast principles to turn down two games like that, primarily because they're duplicates and you've already got a copy. Let somebody else have a go. Piss off. Oh dear. Anyway, that's the charity shop. That's a pretty decent charity shop, and like I said, go and have a look, because my hit rate. I've been in a few recently. Obviously, there's been nothing, but the hit rate since Christmas has been in charity shops been pretty good. So yeah, moving on to Game Station. Game Station's 49p. They're still going. These aren't all in chronological order, by the way, and neither are these. I've been playing Call of Duty 3 on the Xbox and really enjoying it. And I thought these games have got a good rep. I've got Brother in Arms Road to Hill 30 and Brothers in Arms Earned in Blood. They've both got a really good reputation. This one's got a map in it. They're both complete and really nice nick. And GameSpot really like them. Both about 80% jobs. They're first-person shooters with a slight tactical element. But the 49, but the games that they were on my list. I get a bit of a kick out of ticking off games on my list, and they were on my list. So, and I saw them in separate game stations. So, it was a no-brainer. Yesterday, not in the bargain bin, but still a game station. This is a nice little find. This is my first ever game, my first ever Dreamcast game. Capcom vs SNK 2, or Capcom vs SNK. In 5 for 10, I've just paid for the one game to $2.99. So thanks for Dan for sending me the, if he's watching, thanks for Dan for sending me the Dreamcast, and I'll be able to play this. It's the first one I've ever bought. I've been looking around for games, you know, things like Bang.io and obviously I don't think there's much chance of me ever finding Skies of Arcadia. Having said that, I did see, a long time ago, I did see JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in a game station before I knew what it was. This son's getting on my tits. It wasn't out when I started making this video. This is moving on, that was just game station selection there. Moving on to Computer Exchange. This is Computer Exchange credit, so again I've not really spent too much money. King of Fighters Neo Wave. This is surprisingly scarce. There's very few on eBay and very few in Computer Exchange. And it's only £2.50. It's a King of Fighters games, and you won't get much different if you've played one before. They don't vary too much, do they? But it's in really nice nick, and the scarcity appealed to me. And I've got a selection of other King of Fighters games, so I thought, why not go the whole hog? I mean, £2.50's not too bad to. It's difficult to turn down. And I've had a go, and it's pretty good actually. I really enjoyed it, but I've found with fighting games that I'm new to, I just, because I don't know, I'm pretty shit with special moves anyway. But when I don't know the special moves, I just basically start off with a Ryu Ken Dragon Punch or a Hurricane Kick or a Fireball, you know, and see if that works. Just keep spamming it and see if eventually I'll get to get a character where it works, and sometimes they do. But also, this is really nice to have actually, this one. Also, Computer Exchange with credit. Finally, got a cardboard Ico. And it's all there. It's not bad nick, it's a bit yellowy, not too bad. And I went in there and just saw it on the back, and I'd got my credit, and I used it there and then because I saw it on the back shelf, because often they have good stuff on the back shelf. There's something a bit suspect there. Looks a bit like, and obviously you see that crease there. Looks a bit like HP sauce. I never like finding HP sauce in my games. I'm always a bit suspicious. So it's all there, all really nice. This is all shiny. I think disc's a bit, no, it's not, you know, it's like a 65–70%, perfect, spot on. They're all there, manual and art cards. The only genuine downside is that there rip, which I didn't see. And I'm going to glue it. That won't be a problem gluing it. The only problem is, it's where the art cards and the manual go. So when they're in there, they'll force it out. They'll force it out along the rip, so it might not hold. I'll have to have a good go at that, because I've glued stuff in the past, and I've not done too badly with it. I just have to be really careful not to get it spread all over the shop. So there you go. That was 15 quid. The price on it said 22. I had to get him to check the price. And he goes, oh no, it's 15 quid. Oh, yeah, good. Cheers. From yesterday, bit of a gamble this one. Sword of Mana. This is $4.99. Sword of Mana. It's a remake of Final Fantasy Adventure, which is, yeah, it's part of the, what was it, the Seiken Densetsu, is that right? The Mana series, I think. It's confusing, it is confusing, but it's basically an action RPG with, you know, like sort of along the lines of Zelda. But it looks okay actually. I think there's slightly more to it. I think that one of the combat's a bit dodgy. Combat's a bit, you know, 50-50. It is legit. I thought it was a bit dodgy, but no, it is legit. It's got Nintendo printed on the inside. It's just the case, the plastic feels a bit cheap, and it's got a few marks in it, but no. From a few weeks ago, a game that I'd seen on and off and just thought I'd never take the plunge. King's Field. This is so rough. Look at it's like a if you take a game like Eye of the Beholder as a starting point, and there's probably games before it like Text Adventures and stuff. Eye of the Beholder or Shining in the Darkness, one of those games, one of those 3D RPGs, sort of 16-bit RPGs. And then you've got this next in line, and then if you plot the line, you get eventually you get to Oblivion and Skyrim, and because this has got the proper sort of first-person combat with chopping swords, and they just go. Hurr. That's literally the sword combat. It's just hurr, backwards and forwards. You have to sort of jockey And this is, again, surprisingly rare and surprisingly expensive. This only, you won't be able to see the price, but it only cost me $2.99. I'd seen it on and off, and I thought, sod it, I'm going to take the plunge. And it's one for the purists. First eBay purchase. This is the last penultimate game. Street Fighter Alpha 2. Really nice nick, and it came within a couple of days. I was really chuffed with that. That was really cheap. I've forgotten how much it. I think it cost just over $5 in total. I think I did really well on that one. Got quite lucky. So I won't say any more about that because I don't want to patronise anyone. Street Fighter Alpha 2. I can already see this video is approaching 30 minutes, which I want to avoid. Now onto my eBay package. You might be able to guess from the size. Look at that. It's a PlayStation 1 game, but look how it's turned up. That is gaffer tape. Gaffer tape or duct tape, wrapped around one thin layer of bubble wrap around the game. That's shocking. And also, I don't even have to see that. They spent 92p on postage. Obviously, didn't spend anything on the packaging. That's obvious. Spent 92p on postage. Charged me £2.50. So where's the other £1.58, you cheeky scumbag? Annoyingly, I was really pissed off yesterday because it turned up yesterday. I was really pissed off. I was getting all ready to sort of kick off, and then they went and left me some nice jolly feedback. It pissed on my bonfire slightly. So, oh no! I just want free reign to be angry. Free reign to be pissed off. But no, I'm going to give it a couple of days. Give me a couple of days. At least wait to see what condition it's in. Then I'm gonna sort of take them to the cleaners. At least get a refund, get a partial refund. Does it even go? Yeah, it does. Jesus. How cheap do you have to be? Now, apparently it said there's writing. The only fault where there's writing. Fucking hell. Writing on the case, I think. That was it. Skull monkeys. And sticker residue, actually, yeah. Writing on the case and sticker residue. It's a bit knackered. But a bit scratched, but no cracks. It looks a bit like it could be yellowed. Could be yellowed. He's a bit tired. Oh, fucking hell. That's a bit manky. I'm not too pleased. It'll do for now, unless I'll look out for a replacement. Cost me just, I think it was £10, no, £12 something. That's with postage. I bid. It was an auction, and I bid like £10. I think I won it by 6p or something. Put it that way. This game's been evading me, and I just got pissed off, and I wanted to get it. And it's supposed to be really good. It looks really funny. It's a platformer. It's supposed to be rock hard, but it's been evading me. I saw it twice in a game station last year sometime, or a couple of years ago. And first time, didn't know what the game was, checked it out, thought that looks good. Afterwards, checked it out, because it was $5.99, so I was a bit, I don't want to take a gamble on that. But then went back sort of a few weeks later. In the meantime, I'd forgotten that I'd checked this game out, and I'd forgotten totally about the game totally. And then even when I saw it again, I forgot that I'd checked it out. That never happens. It just went whoosh, totally gone. Again, it was $5.99, and decided not to take a plunge. Went home, checked it out, and realised I had already checked it out once. And it's quite, it can go over like sort of 15 quid or so. So I think I did do quite well, even though the conditions not too hot. But I've not seen it since. And now I've got it, and it's a bit more bashed about than I would like, but it's passable. And if it doesn't work, then I'll get a discount. I get an even bigger discount, the fuckers. Anyway, I'm going to cut it off before it gets to half an hour. Thanks for watching, and there will be something other than a pickups video next. See you later. Thanks for watching.